Let me. So, you left for Marienburg. Crazy. Sorry, you left Marienburg on your voyage.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
And so over the course of 5 weeks, you spent some time learning some skills, spending some time getting to know some of the various different characters aboard the ships. Yeah, you at the sort of around the 5-week, 6-week mark, you came across an oddly bubbling patch of water and were attacked by a giant fucking sea beastie.
What was it called?
Oh,
A
yeah,
Leviathan, or just a
It was just
Big
called a
man.
gargantuan,
gargantuan? That's right.
which is more of a descriptor and less of an actual name. But
Yeah,
that's the name that it has listed in the book, so
an improper noun.
in proper noun, exactly.
Latin for big
It was
fish.
most improper.
But you had a bit of a scrap with that. Lots of trying to sail boats in circles to make sure that you're getting the cannons pointed the right way, which is quite funny.
We were mainly helping, and by helping I mean not helping.
You were doing
Yeah.
great work.
I thought my
We were
enchantment
doing our
was quite
best.
inspired, actually, but
I'm
then we fucked up and failed a whole bunch of other stuff.
not
and things
disputing
too, so-
the excellent work that you did with putting effects onto the cannons and whatnot. It was great.
Yeah. The execution was
Was
real-
lacking because neither
the
you
problem.
nor Nick have any skills in ranged black powder, which is what you need to
Indeed.
fire the cannons.
You're correct.
Indeed.
Yeah,
the one
maybe
person-
I should have done more of that.
Yes, the one person
But
who
I
did
was
have it
scared.
was hiding in a bilge somewhere, crying, if I recall correctly.
I am not a team player.
But that's fine.
So, well, then it didn't matter, wasn't there? I would have been no help anyway.
Sure. I mean, there was a couple of times when the ships got sort of like attacked and like physically attacked by the gargantuan, and the guys got to go and whack it with their actual weapons rather than trying to help the ship out. But yeah, for the most part, that's what happened.
Yeah.
So you've still got another, get this, guys, 13 weeks of sailing to go.
Awesome.
Oh, joyous! Love to sail for 13 weeks on a boat that's just been attacked by a gargantuan.
It's all right. Fortunately for you, all of the ships that were damaged, which was the Lustria and the Mamidia's Fury, carry spare parts. So what little damage was actually dealt to the boats themselves was quite easily repaired by the crew over the next week.
Okay.
So all of you are back at full health if you had taken any damage. I assume some of you had taken a little bit.
That's a trait.
Yeah, so you successfully managed to navigate those treacherous waters. I didn't really want to have to make a pun, but here we are. Okay.
You know what you did.
But you go now.
Alright, so what we're going to do is we've got 13 more weeks of rolls to make to see what happens at sea and how Manan's
dear.
mood is affected and what events, what stuff that you guys get up to. So,
Crazy shenanigans.
Probably heaving over the side in my case.
no, because all of you managed to pass. Oh, and that's the thing, Steve. I did roll for Leon. You, I think, crit success on not succumbing to seasickness. So
Excellent.
you're all good there. But you're all free of seasickness now. The only one who spent most of their time heaving was Johanna. But you got over it now, so you're fine.
Has it been? Because we were in the city for 2 weeks or something before we left.
Yeah.
So I would no longer have the pox.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
Alright. I don't know if it's even on my thing anyway, but
And I think
it might have been.
I think Johanna actually caught it off of you finally, but then managed to get over it. I think she got a much shorter bout of it, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Okay, so what I'll get you to do, just describe for me sort of what you do in the sort of first week to 2 weeks after the event with the Gargantuan. I don't know. Let's go with Steph. Why don't we go with Steph first? What-
I'd probably be training some more on the ship, I reckon.
Yeah, spending some more time training on the ship skills. That's fair enough.
Yeah, I
Um,
guess not the cannons, because I still get that broken effect because I've got cannon PTSD now.
You do.
So, probably more with ropes and stuff.
Yep.
Maybe practicing some sword fighting with the crew so we can be appropriately, what's his name? Errol Flinning it.
Yep.
Along the masts.
All right. Well, what I will say that you can do is you can add another 2 advances to your sail.
Thank you.
And yeah, so you spend some time. Now, I will say as well, just because I've put you all on the Myrmidia's Fury, you don't have to stay aboard that ship during the course of the entire 18-week journey. If you want to have moved around and spent time on some of the other vessels, you're more than welcome to. Because yeah, you've got the 3 sort of variants of flavor ship you've got here. Is you've got the Myrmidia's Fury, which is run by a former priest turned sailor, so quite a almost like a ministry ship. Like it's all of the crew are quite devout Myrmidians or Mennonites, so they're all quite devout in that way. La Sorella is run by a former naval officer, so it's run very sort of tightly like it would be if it was still in the Navy. And the Il Giardino Notturno is run by a guy who has worked his way up through the ranks and has sort of learnt what he can of sailoring through under various different captains along the way. So his is a mix of the 2. So you can move around and experience life on any of those ships as you so wish.
I wouldn't mind spending some time on the Philip de Costa ship, because he seems like a sort of cool guy.
Yeah.
Sort of. Despite maybe being depressed, then angry all the time.
He's just an angry man, but sure.
Yeah, I feel like, because I think last time I was saying that I was just like, I'm gonna earn my keep, I'm gonna, get on the ground, learn with the actual sailors and whatnot.
Yep.
So maybe I'll flick between ships as I do that.
Yeah, by all means. So yep, you can add a further 2 advances to your sail skill. Steve.
So how long have we been at sea so far?
5 weeks so far.
Oh, okay. I probably would be on La Soria.
Yep.
Or La Sorella. And I'm keeping myself busy. Just helping where I can, doing whatever.
Yep.
Learning the ropes. Yeah. Probably hanging out with the crew as much as possible.
Yep.
Trying to keep away from these crazy people.
Yeah, these guys that have led you into certain death and peril on multiple occasions now.
And did 2
It's good
years in
fun.
jail. And
Yeah, you're just trying your best, and we're really
I'm just trying to
endangering that.
survive.
I don't know if I put any advances down on Leon's character sheet, Steve. I assume that Leon's probably been spending the entire sort of 7 weeks at this point doing just that, like learning the ropes and whatnot. So you can add in a sail frigate, or sail caravel, technically is the type of ship that it is.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is just a type of frigate. And you can put 7 advances into that.
Do I do that from the skills page or advanced, like in the advances area?
You should be able to do it in the skills page, and just put as like a modifier of 7.
Oh yeah.
What about you, Alex? In these last 2 weeks?
Yeah. I think I probably would have stayed trying to get to. I think I was working on the man. I can't remember if I was working on the Mennonite or the Myrmidian, to be honest.
You were working on the Myrmidian because he had a spear that you were interested in.
That's right. I think I'm going to keep going with him, actually. I think particularly after we've had our fight together, you know, and stuff.
Okay, let me see. What would that be deemed as? I would say that could be. Give me a for yourself. Give me a if you're trying to butter him up.
Yeah.
Give me an average charm test.
Sure.
Cool. Yeah, you know the fight that you had plus the added couple of weeks at sea. You he's definitely started to warm to you. You've there was one particular night where the two of you maybe got a little bit too into your cups. It wasn't intentional, but you know, the wine started flowing. You started talking theology. The wine flowed a little bit more. He is Chilean after all, so
yeah,
they like a glass of vino of an evening.
Yep.
And you were both a little bit worse for wear the next day, but you felt that you had really cemented a solid friendship with this man by the end of it. You did find out a little, with a +5, I'll say you did find out some more about his spear. In your one of your conversations, you started asking him about it, and he explained that the spear is the sort of one of the holy symbols of the cult of Myrmidia.
Yep.
And it's part of his training when he was a knight of Myrmidia, or I say a knight, he was a part of a militant order for Myrmidia, was to learn how to use the spear and fight in formation and whatnot.
Cool.
And he lets you hold it. It's just a normal spear.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah, nothing
That's right.
divine about it, but it's a very nice spear. Like it's got nice filigree and
sick. Yeah.
like really not well-oiled leather sort of grip on it, but it is a spear.
Yeah. Cool.
So what I'll do is I will make a quick roll here for what events happen at sea. So, you defeated a rather large beastie. So I'm going to say...
So rather large.
Yeah, let's go with rather large.
Rather large. It was the size of like 10 ships.
Yeah, so that's why I'm going to call that a large sacrifice to Manan. Yeah, we'll call it that, shall we? So that's 6 plus 5 is then you've got a priest of Myrmidia on board. That is another 12 plus 9 is 26. That's another 430. I assume everyone has been doing the correct thing and praying to Manan at each watch.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not you. Well, I'm going to say that the majority of the crew is, and if that's at least half the party, would Leon be joining in this?
I would follow the customs of the people I'm sailing
Excellent.
with.
Well, that's
You're really like the only good person in this group.
Proper
We're
job.
all monsters.
I'm just a dude.
He's just a dude.
Like-
Like, you're the baseline for good behavior. This is.
So that is another
Basically, yeah.
plus 5, so that's
Only man
35.
left in this world.
40. Okay, 40. There is. That 40. Okay, time to roll a d100. Actually, I'll do that in here, I think. Oh, that's a shit roll. Alright, well, fortunately for you, 48 is plain sailing. Nothing happens.
You'll love to see
You
it.
do love to see it. You could almost say,
Like, yes.
alright, so as we approach sort of the halfway mark in your journey, you know, you're starting to get pretty bored of the hardtack and dried meats that you've got as victuals. Ulrich, in particular, I would think that you're finding it quite difficult with the 1 cup of watered down ale a day that they're allotting the crew. Then I would say, you know, as you're starting to get a little bit sunburnt from the voyage and salt licked, for the next couple of weeks, what do you think the party is getting up to and how they're feeling, knowing that they've crossed sort of the halfway point of their journey over to Lustria and are on, for lack of a better term, the home stretch?
I want to say Ulrich is very, like, not stoic. What's the word I'm looking for? Like, he's still very arrogant regarding, oh yeah, we're gonna go to this new world, we're gonna get there, we're gonna do our thing, and he's feeling very capable, you know?
Like,
Clearly
determined,
hiding any
uh,
fear or any, you know, concerns that he may have. Hmm.
Sounds suspicious to me.
Does sound suspicious.
Hmm.
I think
I'll,
Leon. Sorry, yeah,
Oh
Leon.
no, you
Yeah, Leon is like going through the motions, doing his job during the day, but he is probably whinging a lot at night, complaining about the food, because like where he's lived most of his life, his parents own a tavern and he eats pretty decent food all the time, so he's not too happy. But then he's also keeps going on about how this reminds him of being in jail.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not a happy person to be around at the moment.
Understandable.
Fair enough. What about Wolfgang?
I think Wolfgang's got a little bit more antisocial, and I'm spending a lot of time reading through the books, getting really just like I guess from now on I'll be primarily wanting to study the books and try and research lore Lustria or get any kind of clues and ideas about stuff.
Yep.
Both about what I'm seeking there and also just about what to expect.
Yep.
And getting a bit sort of that. I think I've sort of lost track of the time, how long we've been at sea. It's very unusual to be so isolated.
Yes. And I imagine probably for all of you, but I guess obviously Leon is feeling it and it's reminded him of his time in jail, but I imagine this would be the same for all of you. You know, the sort of isolationism of being at sea with seeing the same people day in, day out. I know that when he was in jail, you know, Wolfgang got super zealous and kind of went a little bit batty with it.
Yeah.
So I wonder if there's some of that not happening again. As we're now approaching, the 8th. Probably getting on towards the 9th week of travel. If he's starting to be like, I feel like I've seen the same stretch of water, even though it can't be the same stretch of water. The stars are shifting, but I don't feel like we're getting anywhere. And how about how's Johanna going with all of this?
She's living her best life.
Yeah, that's sort
now
of what
that
I
she's
thought.
stopped puking over the side, she's like having a great time.
Yep.
This is very much her wheelhouse and or boat.
So,
I'm probably not too mad in the same way, because I think that I know that I guess I'm probably getting a bit paranoid that maybe this horrible chaos thing's still going to follow us here, but I don't think so. I think I'm probably starting to go, I don't suspect that it can follow us here.
yes.
I'm starting to probably, but I'm getting much more obsessed about the thing and seeing prophetic signs and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I'll do one more roll to see. Actually, I'll get all of you if you're wanting to increase your sailing skill, if that's what you're wanting to work on over these 2 weeks, then you can add another 2 advances. Alex, you wanted to do a research law test?
I wanted to be increasing more, trying to research my my law into.
In that case, so you're specifically, are you looking into the religious artifact that you suspect is in Lustria, or are you looking into just the history of Lustria itself?
I think probably more the history of Lustria itself, because of the book that I've got. Like, that's probably more what I'm focused on.
So I'm going to say this is going to be, being that you have the book or have a book with you, or 2 books I should say, on the history of Lustria, make for me an average intelligence test.
Cool.
Nice. So you start delving into the lore of Lustria, and the thing that you're finding for the most part is that people who have returned from Lustria are few and far between. There really hasn't been that much contact between the old world and the new world, in the grand scheme of things. And a lot of the different stories are contradictory to each other. Some tell of there being Norskins that patrol sort of an area of the coast and have a bunch of settlements there. Others tell of these sentient lizard folk who walk on their hind legs, and some of them can speak the tongues of men. And can perform magics the like of which they've never seen. Others speak of piratical vampires, but none of them seem to, well, I say none of them, most of them don't seem to have that much commonality between them. It seems that depending on where people have hit on the sort of continent, they've had completely different experiences. The only sort of universal truths that you've managed to glean on a +3, the jungles of Lustria are treacherous. Everything about them is out to kill you. It is hot and humid constantly. The animal life, such as it is in turns both poisonous and venomous. The plant life, there are some plants which they say are like a, what's the word I'm looking for? They're reputed to be like a panacea, like a cure-all. But then there are others that if you just brush it lightly will kill you within minutes. And the descriptions of them sound like they could be the same plant, based on the different stories that you're getting from the different sources. So I guess the biggest thing that you're finding is that even with the map that Magister Hollowbark has, you're
Yep.
going to need a guide.
Yeah.
Who or what that guide ends up being is not determined. But
Yeah.
you're going to need a guide to get to where you need to go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, in that case, we've been another 2 weeks. I shall make another quick roll. Sorry.
I would not. In this period of time,
Mhm.
I'm gonna ask the captain of the ship. I know he's very like military-ish, or she. I can't remember.
This ship is a she. If you're on the Lustria, yes.
Yep.
Yep. That'll be. Yep.
Basically, I want to ask her if I can basically look over her shoulder as she's doing things and get some information on like how to sail a ship.
From a sort of captain's perspective.
Yeah, like what she's looking for and stuff. If it doesn't bother her,
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Give me a. I'm gonna say this is gonna be an opposed charm test. So it'll be average because she's not horrible. So roll for me a average charm test, and I will oppose it with her.
Oh, I'm charming this day.
I will oppose it with her. Cool.
This is very unlike Steve for his roles. I'm just saying.
Yes, it is.
Oh, she crit fails. Cool.
That's very much like Ben, though.
That is very much like
Charming
me,
as
isn't
hell.
it? What can I say? That should actually be 55, which is actually a crit success. So it was meant to be an average one, not a challenging one. Oh, so it would be a 57.
Oh.
So it would be an exact pass, and not a
Yeah.
crit fail.
Okay.
So that's fine. You still succeed. Yeah. So she agrees for you to sort of not necessarily come under her wing as such, but to spend some time sort of watching over her shoulder and sort of learning some of the ropes of sailing a ship. So you've got 2 advances. I will allow you to put them into either your sailing skill or into leadership, whichever you would prefer.
Okay. I think leadership would be good.
Yep.
Yeah, I like watching her, how she's like training the crew and stuff, like directing them around and things like that as well.
Cool.
That makes sense. Cool.
Ulrich, same. Just helping out as best you can.
Yep, literally just earning my keep. You know?
Excellent. Well, you can have those 2 advances in sail. Gehenna, the same? Or are you going to try and buddy up with any of the captains or anything of that nature?
Yeah, I'll try and have a good chat to all the crew actually and see if they know any interesting fighting techniques, especially to do with swords.
Sure. Make for me a charm test. We'll call it average.
Sure.
Oh,
Strong start. It's a crit fail. Do you want a fortunate?
I do want a fortunate, yeah.
Cool.
Yay!
That's better. Yeah. So you spend
Hey
some
guys,
time.
they're just like, shut up.
You spend some time milling amongst the crew and whatnot. You can either put your experience, your advances into sail, or you can put them into charm.
Well, I've got quite a lot of sail, so I might put them into charm.
Cool. All right. So I shall roll some d10s and see what Manan's mood is like. I'm going to say that now that we are a bit further out to sea, it would only have been probably a medium sacrifice to Manan and no longer a large one. So that will just be a 9 plus 8 is 17 plus 5. That's 22 plus 27. One of you, could you please roll me a d20?
I can do it.
Whoever gets in first.
Oh,
Cool.
Way ahead.
That's
way
fine.
ahead of me.
too quick for me.
Got those speedy coding hands.
Let's see. Okay. 47. Okay. Alright, that is general wear and tear. So each ship takes D10 wounds due to general wear and tear.
Who's general wear and tear?
So that is going to be 7.
Thank
Each ship will have taken 7 points of damage. Cool. Just mark that down. Okay. Right, so it is evening. Almost exactly at the midpoint of your journey. Who do you think of the four of you would be out on watch at this hour? Or would any of you be out on watch at this hour?
I'd probably be out on watch.
Cool.
Do I get to be in the crow's nest? Because absolutely, if so.
Sure, you can be
Um,
spending some time with one of the lookouts. So yeah, you can be up in the crow's nest if you want.
Hell yeah.
11 to 20, I'm on duty.
Yep.
1 to 10, I'm not.
Sure, sounds good.
I'm on duty.
Great. So you are currently on the Lustria. So what I'm going to do, just for interest's sake, I'm just going to drag your token and dump it
Oh yeah.
just next to the ship.
Yep.
Steph, you're still on the Myrmideus Fury, I assume?
Mm-hmm.
The other two of you, Nick and Alex.
I'm just gonna make a roll as well. 1, I'm up there. 2, I'm sleeping in a bunk. I'm up there.
Cool. So you are on the Il Giardino. And Alex, where's Wolfgang?
I would be wherever there's the best light for studying my book, because I will have continued studying that way. Should I make another roll, or?
No, that last roll that you did was for this fortnight just gone, so that's fine.
Oh, okay.
So you're on the Myrmideus Fury still, but you're not out on deck. You're studying.
Yeah, yeah.
So you are below deck in one of the sort of, I guess, sort of crew areas.
Yeah, cabins or something like that.
Cool. I will put you. I'll put you there, just so I know what's going on. Okay. Right. So it's relatively late at night, and as you can see, there is a bit of a light fog about the ships at this hour. So I'll get each of you who are out on deck to make for me an average. Oh no, Nick, you have night vision, yes?
Yes, I do, but that doesn't let me see that far, does it?
No, but you still have night vision.
I do have night vision, yeah.
Cool. The other two of you do not, do you?
I do not. I is human.
Steph?
Pardon, sorry? The cut out a bit for me there.
Does Johanna have night vision? I don't believe she does.
That's a good question. I don't think so. I don't get to proudly announce that. Let's see. I don't think so, because she's just a human, so...
Cool. Okay. Although this is a... All right. We're going to start with a sound-based perception check. So that will mean that it's going to be a difficult test for Ulrich, and a challenging test for the other two of you who are out on deck. Alex, I'll say that if Wolfgang wants to make it, he can, but it will be a hard test because you are below decks and focus on other things.
Oh, I mean, he knows. He might notice something.
Yep.
So difficult perception.
Oh, was it difficult?
No, it was challenging for you. It was difficult for Nick because he's got a buggered ear.
Yeah. If there's ever like anything that could cause the ship to rock or something, I do have acute sense feel.
Oh,
Nice. Nice.
And I can smell
All
damage
right.
from a mile away.
So the the two successes are quite good. Nick, so Ulrich can't really hear anything other than the water lapping against the side of the ship and the occasional flap of the sails and the sort of very quiet murmur of the crew as they're on watch.
I do for another drink right now.
Wolfgang and so I'll say Wolfgang being below deck, but still with that quite good perception. You can, despite the fact that your focus is sort of on the book, you've got an ear up and you're kind of listening out. You can hear movement up on deck, but it's all fairly quiet up there, and you don't hear anything out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
Leon, much the same for you. You can hear the sort of wind sort of very lightly blowing into the sails and causing the wood to, the sails to sort of ripple and snap a little bit, and the sort of creak and groan of the ships as they sort of rise and fall on the tide. The the fog, I should say, is it's certainly interesting. You certainly wouldn't have thought, based on what the weather was like during the day, that it'd be foggy in the evening. But you're still new to this sailoring business. You don't know. Gehenna, however, with an impressive success on your perception check, you hear everything else that I've just mentioned. But you do hear one noise that sounds out of the ordinary. It's right at the edge of your perception, so you only just hear it, and for the first time you hear it, you kind of almost think that you must have misheard. It sounds like very quiet banks of oars, rowing. And you're well aware that none of your ships are equipped with galleys.
can I see any light or anything from that direction of the sound?
Now that you have done the challenging perception test to hear it, I will allow you to make another perception check, this time a visual one. It'll still be challenging though.
Okay. Was that challenging? No, so I don't see anything, I can only hear stuff.
You can hear stuff. Now, I will allow you, considering that you are Gehenna Golden Nose, to make one final scent-based perception check if you wish.
Oh, hell yeah.
And it will be average because of your excellent sense of smell.
No, boys! Smell those motherfuckers.
Yay! Nobody knows how good I am.
Nobody knows.
The trouble I've smelt.
Alright, well, you do smell, you get the salt, you have the sort of linen of the cloths, of the the sails, and sort of fairly sort of unwashed scent of all of us, the humans and dwarves on ships. You've been at sea for 9 weeks by this point. It's getting pretty ripe. But you do catch one scent coming from behind the ship that doesn't quite add up to anything that you have smelt on board the ship in the 2 months that you've been on ship now. It's a very kind of cloyingly, sickly sweet sort of smell. Kind of almost, but not quite like the putrefaction of rotting flesh.
Oh dear.
Huh.
Do you raise this with anyone?
I am going to quietly tell the other lookout
Yep. I'll make a
what
quick. I shall make a
smells and
check
see.
for the lookout and see if he spots anything. It's going to be a. It'll be average for him as well because you've told him what to look for, or where to look, I should say. So he, with a +3, I'm going to say he thinks that he can see a shape in the water tailing your vessel.
I inform him that I'm going to go and let the captain know, but that we shouldn't raise the alarm just yet.
Yep.
As to have the have some surprise, and I'm going to clamber down.
Yep.
Very
Alright.
quickly and dash to the captain's cabin.
Yep, not a problem. So you very quickly and quietly climb down the rigging, make your way into the captain's quarters, and inform him of what you have heard and smelt. What do you say to him?
Say that I can hear I could hear the oars from another ship, and I described the smell, how it was kind of cloying and almost like kind of like disgusting rotting meat kind of smell, and that I let him know that let the captain know that the other lookout knows and thinks that they saw the shape of a ship tailing us.
Yeah.
That we kept it quiet so that they can decide what to do.
Alright. The captain sort of, as you sort of describe the smell, he kind of pales visibly and says, "Ah. Oh. Mamidia, praise us. I think this sounds like Dark Elf raiders.
Oh no.
Quickly, quietly."
It's, I mean, out of character, it's far cooler than Dark Elf Raiders, but it's fine.
That's a sick metal band name, Dark Elf Raiders.
Quickly. Wake everyone on board the ship and get word to the other ships. We are about to be attacked.
Alright, I'll go about waking people and
Yep.
letting people know the appropriate people to tell the other ships.
Yeah, so on board the ships, obviously, you've got those Davrich lamps.
Ah, sick. So
You can like just
you
like
can do,
flash like little semaphore
Morse code.
Morse code light signals to the other ships to let
Sick.
them know stuff's going on.
nice.
All right. So as you are running about on deck and sort of informing people and getting the crew prepared to receive an attack, the captain walks out and sort of looks about and says, comes over to you and says, "Well done. We are as ready as anything. Now, join me in prayer to Mamidia to give us guidance." And he starts to cast a prayer.
Sick.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So
Oh,
he is
fucking
going to
yeah.
do maybe this one. Yeah, sure. He'll do this one. Or is it this one that I want? Nah, he'll do this one.
Let's do them both. Just do them all. Easy prayer.
Cool. So he's going to do Command the Legion. So, as he's making this prayer with Gehenna in front of him, Gehenna, you will get the benefit from this.
Nice.
So any leadership tests you make get a benefit of +10.
Awesome.
This will last for 1 round of combat, but it's better than nothing.
Love
And-
it. I better be leadershiping.
And as he sort of looks up from his sort of quiet prayer and sort of looks at you, and to his eyes, there's a sort of beatific glow around you as Mamidia sort of rests her hands on your shoulders. You can't see this or feel this though.
No, that's right.
And he kind of smiles and then coughs and blood sputters out of his mouth.
Oh god.
And he looks down and there is a crossbow bolt protruding from his chest.
Oh fuck.
He drops to
Oh,
his
dear.
knees, and I need you all to roll for initiative, please.
Oh fuck.
Strong.
That was more subtle than I would have gone with. I would have been like, and he looks up at you, and a cannon takes his head off.
That's not the style.
Oh, there we go.
Nah, that's not the
I
dark
did
elf
roll
way.
That's not
but
the
that
dark
is
elf
my
way.
style.
His eyes are awfully flat today.
But I am also a dwarf at heart, so it definitely is cannons for me.
Cannons all the way.
But they're Vampire Ghost. I don't know whether mine actually rolled a 10 or not. Let me just try again.
I always roll.
Yeah, no, it did.
No, I did roll a 10, yeah, cool. Obviously, I'll take the 10, not the 8.
Yeah, sure. I'll fix that, shall I?
Yeah.
All right. I will
Oh, I'm gonna have to leadership this.
put you
Oh, dear.
into descending order,
I
and
always roll so trash on initiative.
it's all right. It's okay.
It's fun. Once you're in it, it's like who doesn't turn order, like who went first and who went last doesn't really matter. Everyone's getting the same go.
So crossbow bolts fly out of the night, striking at both the Lustria and the Media's Fury. Some people get hit with bolts on both ships, others tear through cloth or strike into the deck plates, and out of the mists, a large, sleek, dark elf raider comes between the two ships.
What?
Fucking yikes. Okay.
Yikes indeed.
And it is going to close in on the Mamidia's Fury. And I'm going to make a quick leadership check with their captain and see if any of these motherfuckers board your ship.
I certainly hope not.
You
That would be
fucking dare.
most impolite.
Yep.
Gosh, it is
Fuck.
rated. I thought it would be, I thought it'd be, I thought it was undead.
No, the
Right, 'cause he
clawing
he
smell.
literally described undead.
Yeah, well, the clawing smell I thought was actually more the smell of the slaves who are chained into the galleys.
Yeah, fair, that makes sense.
All right, so a small raiding party of corsairs swings onto your ship and starts fighting. So I'm going to say that there is currently 4 Dark Elf corsairs on the Mamidia's Fury. I'm going to make a note that there is 4 of them on your ship. And then the crew is going to, let's see, what can they do? What can happen here?
What indeed?
We'll do. Oh, she has so many spells. So many spells. She's just gonna roll this, I think, to start off with. Cool.
Oh,
Just thought I'd get that out of the way. So,
absolutely fuck with this.
that is everything for that. So it is currently Antigone aboard the War Maiden's turn. So Steve, I'll explain to you as obviously you weren't here last time. What you can do in your turn, you can either do one of two things. If you have a ranged weapon that has range, you may shoot it. If there's something on your ship that is within melee range, you may do a melee attack, not a problem. Alternatively, you may do pass a sail test to assist the crew in anything, and that adds a bonus to that ship's crew when it gets to their turn.
Roger that.
So this is why I wanted to see if you guys were on different ships or not, because now you're all split up. You're not all just stacking it onto the one ship.
I see what you've done, sir. I see what you've done.
Yeah, I may or may not have played this game before. Alright, so Antigone will make a leadership test. Leadership.
Figure out what...
Yeah, no worries. And she will order her ship to
I don't care.
come alongside and perform a broadside maneuver on the Dark Elf vessel. So I shall roll her gunners. And they will have a plus 20 to this. Come on, guys. Very nice. So the crew of the Lustria make just an excellent barrage of shots and deal +7, and then Canonans, which I can never remember what they do. Artillery pieces, +10. So that's 17 damage times 2, because there's 2 cannons on that side. 34 points of damage to the ship.
Now, remind me, the ship has like 70 something hit points, is it?
Your ship currently has 100 hit points.
Does it have a threshold? Or no?
Oops.
Like, to have a threshold as in, like, you have to deal a certain amount of damage for it to take damage? Or is it just, that's its hit points? Like
It's got toughness, like characters do, so you can soak and amount.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I'm assuming you could, like, put, like, extra barding or whatever, like, metallic plates or whatever for armor or something.
yes, you can armor the ship, but that obviously then slows the ship down, and it decreases the
yeah.
amount that the ship can carry as well.
Yeah, makes sense.
So that has a toughness of that, so that's... Cool. All right. Ulrich, you're up.
I will.
2 shots.
I'm assuming I can just help them fire at the other vessel eventually. They go to aim at it, but it's a bit of an awkward position, isn't it?
Yeah, certainly. I mean, there are a number of things I recommend that you could do. At this point in time, saving your skill to help the ship makes the most sense. You can try and convince the captain to bring you alongside the Myrmidia's Fury so that you can essentially reboard the Myrmidia's Fury and fight the raiders that are on that ship, if you want.
True.
Or you can help the cannon crews prepare to fire shots when you get range. They're an option. You could attempt to fire a ballista across the deck of the Mimidia's Fury into the Raptor's Talon. I wouldn't recommend it.
No, I don't think that's going to end well for anyone.
But you could.
I reckon... I might just save my skill to help the ship when it comes about. Because... Oh, actually, no. I'm going to try and convince the captain to get me onto the Mimidia's Fury.
Cool. Alright, make for me, please. Are you trying to convince him,
Stuff
or are you
me
trying
in
to
a cannon.
intimidate him?
I am going to try to intimidate... Yeah, I'm going to try and intimidate him. Because I'm like, look at me! What does this ox look like to you? And then just yell at him.
Roll for me a average intimidate check. I will call this opposed.
Ooh.
I mean, I feel like this is, unless he also rolls a crit success. He rolls a crit fail. Okay,
Amazing.
fantastic. All right, yeah, you succeed. So you will convince him to bring the ship closer on its next action, which it is about to do. So I will say, if you want, as a part of the ship's action to move closer, which the ship is going to go next, you can then transfer over to the Mimidia's Fury.
Fantastic. This sounds like a plan.
So it is the ship's go. It is going to sort of move sort of alongside to sort of here. Come on now. And you can swing across and reboard the Mimidia's Fury, so you can drag your token to be next to that ship instead. And he will also get his gun crews to prepare. So let's do a leadership test. Cool, right. So they will have a plus on their next cannon shot. Alright, Gehenna, you're up. The captain is bleeding in front of you. What do you do?
Does it look like he can be saved? Where's the...
Mate, do you have a law medicine skill at all?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know that you do.
Probs not. I have animal care. What's that?
Sure, make for me a difficult animal care test.
Yep.
Yeah, no. To your eye, he's fucked, mate.
Yeah. I'm just gonna, like... I'll look at George. George just fucking shrugs. He doesn't care. Can, like, as an untutored observer, can I see where the bolts hit him?
It's gone through his chest. It looks like it's gone right through the center of his chest. So, it might have missed his heart. It might have missed his lungs. You can't really say. And also, it's dark.
Yeah, I'm gonna take off my coat, and I'm gonna try and, like, press it onto each side, like, just carefully around the thing, and just be like, don't get shot again. If it's bleeding, hold that to it. Like, give him a double thumbs up.
Okay.
Are there any crew members around who can do better than that? Probably.
Yes, but they're currently in the middle of trying to fend for their lives as these Dark Elf Raiders have, like, boarded your ship.
Right. I'm gonna grab the nearest crew member, point at the captain, push him that way, and then do whatever that crew member was doing.
Alright, give me a Well, I'd say it's a challenging leadership test, but then add 10 to whatever you roll to sort of take command of this situation.
Alright, so I just roll that. But I'll add 10.
Cool, so that makes that
I can't
only
math.
a -2 failure rather than a -3 failure.
Cool.
The crew member sees the captain and goes, "Oh, yeah, but raiders." And he starts stumbling towards the captain, but he's not. His attention is split between that and the raiders.
Alright, I'm gonna try and unsplit his attention by going towards the raiders.
Sure, by all means. You going to attack one?
I'm gonna do my fucking best.
Alrighty, have a go.
Alright. Get sworded. Difficulty?
It's challenging.
Oh,
It's not good. It's not great.
it's not great. It is what it is. At least I'm a distraction, I suppose.
Well, he succeeds in defending against your attack.
Hooray!
Wolfgang, you're up. The sounds of combat can be heard on the deck. Cries. Maybe not necessarily screams, but yeah, I guess probably some screams.
Yeah.
Screams.
Screams of battle.
I'd
Screams of
say
battle.
so.
Yeah.
Do you come running up the stairs, ready to go?
Naturally. Of course I do. I'm going to, as I run up the stairs, I'm going to bellow out righteous fury to Sigma,
Yep.
drawing my warhammer.
Yep.
And fucking up mega gang signs everywhere.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Blessed be the Sigmarian fruit, motherfucker. I'll run up to the deck to see what's going down.
Cool. All right. You can increase the duration if you want. You got
Yeah.
+2 success, or more than +2 success levels, so.
Yeah.
So
I will
that
do
will
that.
last for what's that? Another 3 rounds on top of.
Yeah. Oh, I think it's already 2 successes, but beyond the first, so it's like I'm 5. It's my fellowship bonus plus. Yeah, fellowship bonus plus that. So I think it's 6 rounds.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I guess this is round 0, but it'll be,
Yep.
1 round next time. Yeah.
All right. Marvelous. All right. So that is you. You see carnage basically. A group of Dark Elf raiders have landed on the ship. There are crossbow bolts flying hither and yon from a Dark Elf raider that has appeared between your vessel and the Lustria.
Mhm.
It is now the captain of the Myrmidia's Furies go. He's currently bleeding out on his deck, so his first mate is going to step in to take command. So he's going to make a leadership check. Cool. He manages to only just sort of take command of the situation, and he will call for the what gunners there are who are still manning their cannons to take a shot, and then the crew otherwise to fight the Corsairs. So I'll get the... Let me do the gunner crew to fire first. I have so many character sheets open, my computer is struggling. Cool. So that is only +2, so that is 2 cannons. +2 is 24. Cool. Let me make a note. Great. And then the crew are also going to do some fighting. Oh, actually, there isn't really any crew on this ship. You guys are the crew of this ship. In that case, I will have Magister Hollowbark comes out on deck, sees what's going on, and I think he's probably going to start channeling. Yeah, he's gonna start channeling. Cool. +3. Nice. Leon, you're up.
I'm just gonna assist. Basically, I'm gonna like run down with any gunners and say aim towards the base of the hull and fire.
Cool. All right. Make for me a sail test. You're not necessarily firing a cannon. You're just giving.
No, I'm shit. Leon knows how bad he is at aiming. He's tried before.
So
Not with the cannon, just with the bow. He sucks.
Yeah, do either a sail test or a leadership test if you're trying to like take command of the gunning crew.
Just challenge, like a challenging.
Challenging, yeah.
Come rolling hot.
Nice, cool. They will get a bonus when they fire their shots, which will be coming up shortly.
Cool.
All right, the top of the next round. The captain of... Oh, actually, I can probably actually bring this guy out so you can actually see him. Because to you guys, it looks like there's no one there. But there he is. He's very much at the top of the order.
How did he get a 25?
Because he has combat reflexes.
Ah,
Adds 10 to your initiative roll.
which is insane.
Which is insane.
He'd be one of those freaky combat pointy elves.
Yes.
He'd be a very pointy boy.
So he is going to make a leadership check to see if he can get his crew to do something that he wants them to do. On a 68, he's going to use a fortune to reroll that. Actually, he's just going to use a fortune to bump that that number up by 1 and make it 1 success level, rather than mucking around. So the galley crew put their oars in and slow the pace of the ship, and actually managed to get it to drift slightly. Come on now. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. That'll be why nothing's working. So it will slow and drift slightly back this way towards the Lustria. And another crew of 4 raiders leap aboard the Lustria. I will say, Steve, if you'd be below decks with the crew on the gunning deck, on the artillery deck, so you won't see this. But on deck,
I suppose I don't know my movement, but if I saw it the ship coming towards us, I would have started heading up. But
I'll say at this stage you're below
I'm
deck.
still running.
Yeah, you're still running around below deck, sort of passing orders and whatnot, so you don't see the raiders land on deck. One of the raiders looks to be sort of like the commander, if you will, of the raiders. And then we'll have a couple of clashes. The raiders that are on the Myrmidius Fury are going to fight Gehenna. He actually has... Oops, daisies. He should have 1 advantage. Alright, so... Steph, are you defending against this? Sorry.
Sorry, all the sound cut out for me then.
Yeah,
I'll
I
be
didn't hear
defending
that
against
either.
that.
Yeah, same.
Can you can hear me now though?
Yeah, I can hear you now though. Challenging, I imagine.
That's weird. Okay, yeah, yeah, you're all good. Just a challenging defense, whatever you want to do. Okay, that will be 7 plus 2 is 9 damage to your torso.
Oof. Oof.
You might be able to soak a decent amount of that.
Yeah.
Alright, he's now going to
Okay.
strike you with his dagger in his offhand. So,
That is most impolite.
yeah, now, this is something that we've not really dealt with before. He has the dual wielder talent, which means I don't actually have to roll for this next attack. You do have to roll a new defending roll, though.
That's
so
fine, as long as I get
the
through.
value that he will have gotten for that roll will be... Hang on. He rolled a 64. So that's a 46 to hit, which is 3 success levels. So you may make a new defense roll against his second attack. Oh,
I shall.
be 1 success level.
Yay.
Sorry. You succeed in that one then.
Hooray! Success.
So he would have gained an advantage for having wounded you and then lost it immediately. Oh no, he wouldn't have gained the advantage because you have to hit and wound with both attacks to gain the advantage. So he
that
will
kind
not
of-
have gained
that's kind of
advantage there.
how it,
He will have lost his
stuff
advantage,
me.
and Steph, you will have gained an advantage.
Yay!
And I'll say that one of the other guys shoots a crossbow. This is going to be one of the guys on the La Sorella is going to shoot a crossbow at a random gentleman and hits, dealing 12 damage. One of the crew cries out as a crossbow bolt hits him in the shoulder. And it is... Oh, actually, there'll be one last thing I'll do. Is this lady will start doing some channeling. Oh, and fortunately she has etheric attunement, so no concerns there, no miscasts. But that is only... how do crits roll again with miscasts? Or with channeling?
It just goes off.
So
I'm
even
pretty
if you're
sure it just-
channeling?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Might have to read it. But I
Yeah.
have a feeling because you're channeling a spell. You don't just channel and then pick your spell. You got to pick what you're channeling towards. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so let me see. If you roll a critical when channeling, you've channeled a mighty flow of magic, and you can cast your spell next round, regardless of the SL you scored in the extended test so far.
Okay, so it's the next round.
Yeah, so next round she'll be able to cast a spell regardless of what it is, and because she has got etheric attunement, she won't get the miscast, which is good to know. I'll leave that
Yeah, I
there.
think Etheric's at 77, the double digit, and there's one that stops at 10s as well. But I don't think that's got a different name.
All right. It is now the La Silvera's go. So Antigone is going to make a leadership check, which she succeeds at. So her crew are going to take up arms and start fighting against the raiders that are on deck, and her crew are going to fire their cannons again. They'll get a benefit from Steve assisting, as well as from Antigone for giving orders, so that means that they'll have a pretty decent chance of doing some decent damage here. That amount. That's disappointing. That is only 11. Both cannons are going to fire, so that's 22,
still positive numbers for us,
Yeah.
which is always good.
All right, and then Antigone herself is going to draw her sword and fight. So I shall get her to draw her sword. She shall fight against one of these here raiders. Not bad. Come on now. Why did that not roll? Am I just too good? Is that what's happening here?
Don't you dare say that sentence.
What happened there? There we go.
Stop.
Cool.
Thank God.
That is 14 damage. I think that will just decapitate one of the crew there. Yeah, she just decapitates one of the Corsairs quite handily.
Nice.
Which is pretty excellent.
Anyway,
Right, Ulrich, you're up.
right. I grasp the shaft of my axe. I charge at the dark elf before me, which I assume I can see. A dark elf
Yes.
attacking someone.
You do not have enough range on this ship to make a charge as such.
Oh, okay.
You
Then
can
I'll just like.
you can run into combat, but it's not
Yeah.
long enough for you to get a charge as such.
I want to say at the sight of an elf or an elf-looking guy.
Mm-hmm. Do you go into a frenzy?
I'm not scared. I'm just like, there's a little hesitation of like, oh, my shame. And then I will strike.
Okay. Do you go into a frenzy at all? Do you think?
I don't know. Hesitation is defeat. I don't know. I don't think I do yet.
Okay.
But if I manage to get on their ship, you know. You just know. I will attempt my hardest to get on that ship and be like, kill them all. Even if I sink with that ship.
All right. Well, strike away, sir.
Okay. Now, what bonuses do I get because I am a guy? I'm frightening.
Privilege.
If I win an opposed melee test instead of gain +1, I may take all of my opponent's current advantage. Oh, hell. It takes a lot to finish me off. Nope, not that. Exactly, yep, I don't need that. Okay, I didn't end up taking the one that gives me more damage. Alright. Great axe. Let's go! Oh!
Oh, okay.
that.
All right. Let me just roll for one of these here Corsairs. I'm going to just get him to do a dodge, I think, rather than try and parry you. I mean, it's pretty good, but it's not a crit.
off land.
It's not a crit.
Get up. Get out of here.
Roll, please, a d10.
Oh, I wish you hadn't said that.
Oh!
Oh, buddy! It's all coming up Ulrich.
Ignores toughness and armor. Great. Well, you
My
deal
deepest apologies.
12 damage. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Thank you. Ignoring armor and toughness
Nice.
is not quite enough to kill this guy. However, you have rolled a crit.
After
You have
all
rolled.
that.
You have rolled a crit, so that might be enough to do him in.
Okay.
So it is a arm critical wound. So let's see what happens when I roll this. A minor cut.
For fuck's sake.
A minor cut. I'm fairly certain. I'll double check this, but I'm fairly certain that a minor cut doesn't deal any additional wounds.
How funny would it be if this guy dies from the minor cut?
Yeah, he
It's
gets
bleeding, I
infected.
guess.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now,
Nick,
yes.
you're a lucky boy.
Get the
One
fuck outta here.
wound. One additional wound is what it causes, which is exactly the number of hit points that a Dark Elf has. So,
Amazing. Amazing.
13
May we
hit
have
points.
some more air horn, please?
He technically would also get a bleeding condition, but I don't know that it necessarily matters. You lop this guy's arm off, and he just dies from shock instantly.
Incredible.
fucking
Flawless.
Quain.
Amazing.
Have a point of
Get
advantage.
twained, nerd.
Thank you.
I would
did-
say that you would also heal, but you've not taken any wounds, so.
Correct. Yes.
So that's
Did
fine.
he have any advantage, by the way?
No, he did not.
Okay. Cool.
Alright, is Philippe's
Oh, it's all of that.
go. He's going to pull his ship up, and if I can do a bit of a cheeky scroll here, he's going to start to do a bit of a pivot to try and cut off this raptor's talon over here. But he's going to get one of his guys who is manning one of the ballistas up on the sort of prow to try and take a shot at the raptor's talon. So that's better than nothing. That
Better
is
than a kick in the face.
better than a kick in the genitalia, as it were.
Genitalia, various.
Okay. Now, this is not a gun as such, it is a ballista, so it will be a straight ballistic skill test.
No, there would be ballistae.
Nice. How much extra damage does a ballista do? 12! Okay.
Oh,
So that's 15 damage. So it takes that amount. Johanna, you're up.
alright, believe it or not, I'm trying to hit something with my sword and see what happens.
Yep.
Let's give it a go. If I can click on the right thing, goodness. Oh my god. Just... It's gone all quiet for me again, is that...
Hello, can you hear me?
there we go, that's better.
I wasn't speaking, that might be why.
Oh yeah, I believe that may be the case.
Technically he wins, but you both kind of rolled terribly, so you
Yeah.
yeah. You fail there. Is there anything else you're doing other than just attacking? Are you trying to rally the crew?
Yeah, I can rally the crew. That's a thing I can do.
Alright, yeah, make for me a leadership test. Let's call it challenging still.
Absolutely.
You no longer have that plus 10 bonus, unfortunately. It
Whoops.
only lasted for one round.
That's alright. Sorry, I'll just get this to... There we go. Challenge. Ah, my voice is just unheard over the general chaos of the battlefield.
Yeah, I don't hear shit.
Yeah, I mean, you can't hear shit
Yeah.
anyway, so...
Exactly.
I
Alright.
choke on my own spit and have a coughing fit instead of rallying. Like, it's the most embarrassing thing in the middle of the battle, and you're like, just trying not to cough.
Alright, Wolfgang, you're up.
Cool. I will run or stride purposefully towards the nearest foe.
Yep. And Smiteth. That'll actually be the
I
one
will-
that is attacking Johanna at the moment, so you will
Perfect.
outnumber them 2 to 1.
Excellent. Even better.
Oh yeah.
Then I
best
shall attempt
kind.
to strike them.
You may do your worst, sir. Oh! Okay. That's,
There's-
Oh,
should
sweet
it-
money.
should it have been plus 20 because we outnumber them? Is that right?
yes.
Yes, that's what I thought, yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, let's see if this guy can somehow best that. He can't really best a crit
Yeah.
hit though, so that will be 11 damage.
Right.
Um,
I can, because it's damaging, I'm going to use the 7 from the crit rather than the success level of -2.
fantastic. I love that. So it's instead 17 damage, which is
Correct.
uh,
Magical and flaming.
ooh, okay. 17. So it's not quite enough as it stands currently, but it is a crit. So let us roll to see what the critical wound is. Arterial damage. I don't really know that it matters. I think it causes multiple wounds, so I think you've killed him.
Cool.
I'm fairly certain he is well dead.
So it receives the blaze and prone condition if it is struck.
Why did I just click on arm critical wound? That's not what you just did. That was very much a body critical wound. What does arterial damage do? For those interested, that's an additional 3 wounds. The creature gains 4 bleeding conditions. And until you receive surgery, every time you take damage to the body, you gain a further 2 bleeding conditions. But you've now got a burning corpse on the board,
Excellent.
which is fantastic. That's what you need.
Yeah.
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 So
I thought so.
Pop that there. That is so it also makes it a bit brighter on deck as well, which is nice. It is now the captain of the vessel's go, who, as I said, is still bleeding out on the deck. So what's going to happen is his first mate is going to make a roll for leadership and guidance in this time of peril. Oh, you gotta love to see it. Okay. He's going to call for the doctor. Fortunately, this crew actually has a doctor on board.
Incredible.
Good.
He's going to come running out and do... he's going to do a heal test. That technically should be an average one. Wouldn't let me roll it for whatever reason. It's still a fail, but it's only a 0 fail. He manages to stabilize him, but is not able to take the crossbow bolt out. And then there will be some general action on board. The first mate will... Oops. Clicked on cancel there. My bad. First mate will make an attack against a dark elf. It's not looking promising. Cool. That dodges out of the way, and then the Magister will try and cast a spell. Yeah, sure. Nice. So he has
I'm just
cast
saying.
Wild Kin of Zandox.
Sure.
So that summons 2 Guardian Hounds made of purple shadow,
Cool.
That just
which
slapped.
will attack nearby enemies. They will both make attacks. I don't have character sheets made up for them because I forgot to do it. So that is a D100. First one fails. Second one also fails. Okay, that's fine. They both fail to buy anything. Leon, it is your go.
I will run up to the top to the poop deck,
Yep.
and I'm gonna charge into the closest dark elf.
Mm-hmm.
If I can get the distance, otherwise.
Yeah, you should do. The closest one is yeah, you will be able to do that, not a problem. So make your attack roll.
Alright, is there any allies nearby?
Yeah, currently it is this is the not the one that the captain is fighting because she killed her one. Yeah, there'll be one other crew member nearby who is fighting, so you will get plus 20 to that.
Alright. Ugh. I will re-roll. Make sure I'll take that off first. Come on. That'll do.
That's better. Alright. Dark Elf will attempt to dodge this. What is going on? Roll20 is not liking me having all these tabs open, I think. Cool. You still succeed. So that is only 8 damage.
Sweet. Yep. Body. If he has any armor, the armor or shield takes an additional point of damage.
Cool. Yep, you cut through some of its armor with your halberd. So is that before or after you apply the armor benefit?
It just says a struck piece of armor or shield by 1 point in addition.
Okay,
I damaged the armor by 1 point in
Yeah.
addition to the total damage.
Yeah, okay, cool. So
Yeah.
yeah, that happens, I would assume, after the damages.
Yeah, it would happen
applied.
after. Yeah, it
So-
would block the point of damage and then get removed. I'm assuming.
Yeah. So 8, it can soak. Cool. Yep. He's looking wounded, but not out for the count.
Yep.
All right, the captain. So we're at the top of the next round. I think you've got 4 more rounds of your prayer, Alex.
Actually, drop that damage by 1, because we would have had tied. But doesn't the attacker win or not? Because I realized I had a point of advantage in my thing for some reason.
Oh, okay. Defender wins on tide then.
Okay, so then he doesn't take anything.
Okay.
I know, it'd be 5 rounds left.
You still got 5 rounds left? Cool.
Yeah.
Alright, the crew here are going to take a volley into the Lustria and try and deal some damage to it. So, I will say that is these fellas. They're not terribly good. So let's see. Nope, they fail to do that. The sorceress will get her spell off because she crit on the last one. So she is going to cast. What do I want to cast here? So he's gonna try and cast this, I think. This will. I don't know what's going on here. Roll20 is just struggling this evening.
refuses to let us
Cool.
win.
So this just goes off because she got that crit channeling before. So we can essentially ignore what the casting value is. So that is 4 plus 6 is the required amount to cast a spell, so that's 10 damage. So she casts his spell out, and that strikes one of the crew members. I'm just going to say it strikes the crew member who already took a hit in the leg, killing him. And then it jumps to Leon. So you will take 10 damage.
Do I soak like normal, right? Because
Let me see. It is shadow magic, so I think that ignores armor.
okay.
Not toughness though. You still soak toughness,
Yeah.
but it ignores armor.
All right. Don't want that. So that's 6.
And then the ship will pull away and come over to here again.
If I had my armor, I would have taken no damage. Almost. No, I would have taken 1.
Yeah, so the ship will pull away and move back over to here, and I'm going to say some more raiders land on your ship. They're going to sail on over. So another 3 raiders plus the captain land on the ship, on the Myrmidia's Fury.
And who's driving the boat?
Exactly. Alright, it is Antigone's turn on the Lustria. So she's going to attack one of these Dark Elves. She's going to go and attack the one that you just attacked. Steve? She's going to do this and this. No, it won't be challenging. It should actually be numbering it 3 to 1 now, so that will actually be easy. Whoa. I don't know what just happened there. How did she fail that on an easy roll?
Not like this. Not like this, madam.
What is going on here? Refresh that one. Don't know what's going on there. Alright, so I'm going to say she uses a fortune point to succeed on that, because that's just annoying. Let's see. So she will spend a fortune point to do that. So she's now got 2 fortune left. And the Dark Elf just dodges it anyway, so it's not a problem. After all that.
That's sick as fuck. Ugh.
Alright, that will be Ulrich, your turn.
Alright. I, now covered in my enemy's blood, shift on my heel
Mm-hmm.
and run straight into the next guy.
Sounds good.
Come on, second crit. But do I feel like frenzy? No, I won't frenzy again. I won't frenzy. Holding on. Hiya. Okay. Whoever the closest elf to me is, wham bam, get the fuck out of here.
Let's see. The closest elf.
There's this dark elf.
What is going on here? Roll20 is having a bad time this evening. It's just struggling. Had a on-sea collision, which is not right. You should be more like there. Okay. Nearest dark elf. Sure. Let me. Oh, of course. All of my character sheets had closed because I had to re-roll everything. I'm going to say that the nearest Dark Elf in this instance is actually the captain.
Okay. Captain.
He is going to attempt to parry you.
Oh, is he just? Oh!
Only just. Okay, that is 13 points of damage.
Hell yes.
Roll for me, please, a d10.
Cheeky D10.
Oh. Oh.
Close.
Okay. All right. How much damage does he take?
Yeah, I think it's just 13. Yeah.
Sure, but like, how much damage does he take?
Oh, how much damage does he take? Of course.
So let's see. That's 13. Yeah. Okay. You've done him a mighty blow.
Elf. Fuckers.
Yeah. Yeah. He's
I think I want Captain Elf.
He's not
Does
terribly
that have
displeased.
like hack or any of those sorts of things? That weapon?
So it has hack, but I think impact it doesn't get because I can't charge.
But
So-
the hack is the one that damages armor,
Yeah.
and you put
So
him in the
he
body.
loses 1 point of armor on his body.
Yep.
So if I hit him again, less armor.
Well, I say what happens here is actually you slice through part of his dragon skin cloak, or his sea dragon cloak, and shear part of it away from his body with your attack, because the sea dragon cloak provides armor points to the body when worn. So
Very nice.
you gain another point of advantage there. It is Captain Philippe's go. He will do a leadership test and see if he can get his crew to reload their cannons. Oh, they haven't shot their cannons yet, have they? No, they only shot their ballista. That's fine. The ship will continue on this sort of trajectory, and as it goes past, its rear cannon is going to sing out and try and hit the Raptor's Talon. So we will do a single black powder shot from the cannon. Fails. And then his chantyman on board will strike up a rousing song. So he will do a entertain singing test, which he also fails. Great. Okay. Never mind. Everything went truly terribly on that round for the Lustria. Not the Il Giardino. Steph, it's your go.
I might try and shoot one instead, because that might actually work. Alright. Oh, thank God.
Cool. You're gonna shoot a guy in the face with your pistol.
I absolutely do.
Marvelous.
Desperately.
You can do this in combat, fortunately, and he can't dodge it because it's a ranged attack. So he's just going to take 13 points, and this guy's already had a rough day, so he's dead.
Parry that, you filthy casual. Yes.
Alright, anything else you'd like to do?
Does anyone look like they need a hand? How's the captain doing? Is the captain alive? Is the person helping them that I so clumsily sent
Yeah, the doctor is with him, sort
sick?
of tending to his wounds, but the first mate appears to be in trouble. He's currently being attacked by 2 Dark Elf Raiders.
Cool. I'm gonna run over to lend the first mate a hand.
Sounds good. Wolfgang, you're up.
How...
How indeed.
Yeah, I'll go to the next closest, the next enemy.
Cool.
Do you one better? Why?
Are there... how many foes are there on the deck at the moment that I can see?
There are currently 5 on board your vessel, including the captain of the Raptor's Talon.
Okay. I mean, do I know that it's a captain, or does that just look like a badass?
It's kind of clear that he has his aura of command and menace around him.
All right. Well,
Imagine him
I'm gonna go for him then.
Cool. Ulrich is currently fighting him, so I'm sure Ulrich would
Perfect.
love the assist.
I would love to come in and assist, so
Well,
I will do that.
You will get
Fucking get it,
plus
Lon.
20 to this.
Sorry.
It'll be plus 20 because there's 2 of you.
Fantastic. Yes. Then I will stride forward.
Ooh, only just.
Oh, come on! I'm going to fortune that.
That's risky. Or is it?
Oh,
Fuck.
Is it?
is it? Is it?
I should never doubt anything Alex ever does.
Correct.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
Just.
Well, can I pull anything
Paid
out of
off.
the bag here?
It paid off. It paid off.
Are there any
Sure
of his
do.
talents which can help him?
Just
Look
baseball
like it.
bat him off the edge of the ship.
That's it.
Yeah, you might well be doing that just based off of. I'm just seeing if he's got anything that's going to help him here. I don't think he does though. He hasn't got any advantage to do that, so that's.
He's about to hit the water and a shark just.
Yeah, I
chops him.
think he's about to
Yeah.
get fucking punted. All right, that is 18 damage.
Yes, it is.
Um,
He is also ablaze and prone. Or he
Excellent.
gets one ablaze and one prone condition.
fantastic. So he already took 6 damage.
Yeah.
He can soak. All right, he is alive just, but he is prone and on fire. So at the end of this round, I'll roll to see if he takes damage from being on fire.
Yeah.
Cool. Love that for him. All right,
Yeah.
the captain, or I say the captain, the first mate of the Caravigio. That's his name. The first mate of the Mamidius Fury is going to make a leadership test. He's going to make a leadership test. Success. He's going to command the gunnery crew to fire. So I will get them to do that. Do another broadside into this. Let's duck over the fact that as you're broadsiding this, you're almost definitely killing some of the slaves in the galley.
We never said we were good.
Don't kill us.
So that is 22.
They're probably grafted to their benches, so
Oh, that's even
Yeah.
worse.
We're doing a kindness.
Are we?
Well, isn't there a whole thing? Because obviously, this is the 40k in me coming out. Isn't there a whole thing of like the Dark Elves are so cruel that if you are to become a prisoner of them, kill yourself instead? Because
I think
More the
that's
Dark
the-
Eldar, but they're similar, yeah.
yeah,
Alright, this guy is going to... oh no, it'll still be that. He's going to attempt to fend off the Dark Elf that he's fighting. Not with a crit fail, he's not. I'm just going to say that the guy dodges out of the way. And let's roll to see how badly he fumbles this.
I don't think the Dark Elf turn you into furniture. But
No.
up until that point, it's probably very similar.
Yeah.
Great. Deals himself a critical wound. Torn muscle. Whoops, daisy. The doctor will have a crack at at healing the captain, and then I'll get the magister to make a spell as well, I reckon. So we're going to do a heal. Excellent. He succeeds in removing the crossbow bolt and applying pressure, and with that heal check, I think he's able to determine that whilst nothing vital has been damaged, the captain is definitely out of commission for a while. So the
Understood.
doctor plus the crewmate that Johanna assigned to the captain will carry the captain away to his quarters. The magister is going to have a crack at casting another spell. What can he do? Probably not a great deal with... what does that do? That's not quite what I'm after, I think. He's just going to chuck a dart out, I think.
Just bang a dart at him.
Cool. So he spangs. That's the word I'm using. He spangs out a dart, and hits the. He's going to. Yeah, you know what? He's going to just target the captain of the ship, who's like on the deck, burning and crying, and just straight out and just kills him. And then his two doggos are gonna try and attack Dark Elves as well. First one succeeds in hitting something. Let's see if a Dark Elf can avoid being launched. Dodge. So that is 3 success levels presently. Cool. The first one manages to dodge the attack. The second dog misses. Alright. Leon, you're up.
This guy's still here, right? He's
Yes.
dodged both me and the captain.
Yep.
Alright, I'll try and hit him again. Then it's easy this time, right? Plus 40.
No, it's plus...
Because it was 3 to 1. That's what you
Oh, yeah, sorry, you're
said.
quite right.
I
Yes,
think-
it is 3 to 1 now, yes.
There we go. That's a crit as well.
Oh, it is
bloody
2.
getting it done. Bloody getting it done.
Okay, I need to get this guy up. Now, he does have one advantage because he dodged you last time, but I don't know that that's going to necessarily matter. No.
It's close.
Okay, so that is 7 plus 7... no, sorry, 7 plus 3 is 10 damage.
Yep.
plus a crit to the head.
Yes.
Dramatic injury. I think that's actually like the best
Nothing.
option. I feel like that's just like a cut. But let me just get my crit tables back up because I had to refresh my browser. Head critical wounds. Yeah, a dramatic injury is just a fine looking hit that bleeds a lot but doesn't actually do anything. It does cause an additional wound and they get a bleeding condition. So he's not down. He's looking pretty hurt, but he's not down and out. Okay, the captain of the Dark Elf vessel is now dead. It is the end of the round, so he'll take an additional 1 wound. The guy that you're fighting, Leon. So he is looking quite hurt. It's the start of the next round. Okay, I'm gonna make a leadership check for the first mate of the Dark Elf vessel, seeing as he's just seen his captain be slain. Cool. He pulls out a harsh cry, and the crew, the Corsairs who are on the deck of the Myrmidia's Fury, who aren't engaged in combat, leave. Oops. I'll do that.
Interesting.
It is interesting.
So the captain's gone. So that's leaves 4, but then there's only 2 that aren't engaged. There's still 2 on board that ship, and the ship starts to peel back over to here to collect the Dark Elves that were on board over there. I'm going to make a secret roll.
Gasp.
Oh no, she crit fails. Okay, that's fine. Never mind. This lady's going to do this. Cool. And that is all for that ship. It is Antigone's go. She's going to start with a cheeky leadership test. Cool, okay. And then her gunners are going to attempt to reload the cannons. Reload 4. Oof. Okay. Make that a reload value of 3. Let's do that. Oh, they crit success.
We fucking love to
You
see
love to see it. Okay, they successfully reload the cannons with such efficiency that I'm going to say that they also then get a shot off in this turn as well.
Nice.
Which is what you want to see. So they will, and I'll also let that bonus carry over as well because that's just nice. So they get another volley off, but they miss. I don't know how they miss at such close range, but they do.
God damn it.
That's alright. That is that. Oh, Antigone's going to make her attack against the guy that you're fighting, Steve. I'm going to boldly assume, considering there's now 3 of you fighting this one guy, that this should do it. If she succeeds in hitting.
We can only hope, right?
You know
Is
what?
this the captain who's lying down ablaze, or
No,
someone-
that one. This is a different
So
guy
he's
entirely.
dead. Yeah.
That guy is dead now because the Magister aboard
Yeah,
your
right.
ship just like shot a dart out at him and just like fried
That's
his
right.
brain.
That's right.
She's actually going to just shoot this guy in the head with. She's just going to draw her pistol and shoot this guy in the head. Or not. I don't know how she's managed that. I'm gonna spend another one of her fortune points and re-roll that. That's terrible.
Incredible.
Truly, truly terrible.
You've got a good roll.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
She rolled the exact same number.
That's exactly the same number.
That's insane.
One more.
It's a glitch. I have to do it again. Must be a glitch.
I will just say,
What? Fuck! No!
bit of that.
Amazing. Amazing.
Ulrich, it's your go.
You'll love to see it.
Well, if she can't get it done, I fucking will.
You're on a
So I'm
different ship.
Oh wait, that was Lustria. Oh.
Yeah.
Are there any more in the Mamidius Fury?
That's good stuff. That's good content.
Yeah, there's currently two Dark Elves. So one is currently being engaged by Gehenna and the first mate of the
Yep.
ship, and there is one other that is attacking one single crew member.
I'm going to support that one single crew member.
Yep, by all means. So that means you'll get plus 20 on this.
Hell yeah. Plus 20. Let's hit him for damage. That's
Tasty.
looking good.
You'd love to
That's
see
looking
it.
Mhm.
All right, he is going to attempt to dodge this. He dodges this. Say goodbye to your
Fuck
advantage.
out of here with that. Oh.
Say goodbye to your advantage.
Oh.
All right, it is Captain Philippe's go. He's going to get his ship to do a bit more of a pivot and turn out this way. He's going to make a leadership check. Cool. Will the gunners reload their guns? Yeah. They do. They successfully reload their cannons. Only one. Oh, but does it have the range? Does it have the range? 50 yards. Let's find out. Oh yeah. Yeah. No problems. Cool. Yeah, they're not going to be able to make a shot though, I think, with that success. They've reloaded the cannons for next time. The guy at the stern ballista will take a shot. Why not? Sure. It's 15 damage. Ballista's got a massive range on it, doesn't it? Yeah, 100 yards. It's pretty good.
Again, messed up now.
Johanna, you're up.
Alrighty. Since I did such a good job last time, I'm gonna try shoot with my other pistol.
Yep. You do outnumber this guy 2 to 1 presently, so that'll be average.
Awesome. Does that come through? No, okay, I'll try again. Weird.
I've been getting this happen all night. There we go.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
That's more like it.
You just blow his leg out.
Yeah.
He only had like 1 wound left anyway, so you blow his
Get
leg out and
piratical.
he bleeds out screaming.
The best way to do that.
Wolfgang, you're up.
Are there any more ones left on our ship?
Yeah, the one that is that Ulrich is fighting with another crew member is still alive.
Okay. But the rest of them have left?
I've left or are dead.
Yeah, okay. And
I lost audio.
sorry, I'm sorry, so I'm still here. I'm just reading and thinking.
It was just halfway through a sentence. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh
yeah,
no, I've lost
sorry.
audio. No, it's all good.
Yeah, no, all good. No, that's fine. I will. Oh, yeah, I'll go towards the last one.
Yep. Cool. So you, it
Chance
isn't,
to-
there'll be an easy one because it's at number 3 to 1.
Cool. Yeah.
Nice. This guy does have an advantage. That's not the roll I wanted. I wanted this roll. Okay, that is 14 points of damage. This guy has taken some damage already, so that will be enough to bring him low as well.
Yep.
So you just crush the rib cage of this last dark elf, and he is no more. There are no more dark elves aboard your vessel.
Great.
Um,
That'll learn him.
That will learn him. So the first mate will make a leadership check. Where are you? There. Cool. That will get the gunners to reload. That's actually even better because they should have been a bonus on that, so they'll actually be able to make a shot this turn as well with their cannons, which is nice.
Cool.
Oof. 2 cannonballs just fly over the top the raptor's talon and sail off, and you can hear them splash into the ocean. That's that. The Magister is going to...
Come on, Magister, bring it home. Bring it home. Every roll he's done has been perfect.
Yeah, the thing is that I don't want to just do ashes and dust and summon a purple sun. That's really the thing I don't want to do right now.
Okay, Magister, maybe pull it back a bit. Maybe pull it back a bit.
I will, I'll get him to do a channeling test. That seems reasonable. Okay, that's fine. Leon, you're up.
Is the ship running, or are they still there?
The ship that's pulled alongside.
Yeah.
It looks like they've pulled alongside to try and get their crew back on board, and then they're gonna bail out of this.
So there is still crew. Some of the.
There are still dark
the
elves on
ship.
board your vessel.
I'll run to the closest I can.
Yep. By all means, you may attack. This looks like he is the commander of the dark elves that landed on your ship.
Right. Is there anyone else in combat?
Not presently.
Right. roll.
Very good roll. Better than that. That is 9 points of damage.
Yep, to the
Okay.
body.
He will.
And obviously lower his armor by 1 on his body.
Yep. So that
Ah.
is. Okay. Yep. So he is down to that amount. All right. The first mate. Actually, I will make another secret roll here. Where are you? There. Oh yeah. Cool. All right. She's going to. Yeah. She's going to cast a spell. Well, she's going to do something. Sorry. It looks like a spell going off. You can see this dark elf sorceress waving her hands around. And then the fog thickens and the ship disappears.
Just straight up disappears.
Just straight up disappears.
Fucking elves.
The remaining dark elves aboard the Lustria will fight. So the one that is attacking you, that you attacked, I should say. Sorry, Steve is going to attack you back. If it ever decides to roll, that'd be nice. There we. No, that was you.
Popping off again. And it's actually +8 because I get +1 SL with my halberd.
Very nice.
I only just realised.
So that is going to, if it ever decides to go away. Cool. So you will win that one, and defend quite comfortably. And the remaining guys, that's not what I wanted. The remaining ones will... yeah, the remaining ones are going to make a couple of attacks. The first one's going to go... Actually, tell a lie. That the first guy, the champion that you're fighting, Steve, is going to try and attack you with his crossbow pistol that's in his offhand. So that is going to be a... before I roll this... that's going to be a 23... where are we? What's the skill that he needs for that? Target is 50. So it's a 23. Means that it's actually a 30. Yeah, it still goes off. So he hits you with a crossbow bolt.
Have you rolled?
No, because he's dual wielding.
Okay.
So how dual wielding works is you make one attack roll,
Oh, okay, and you flip it.
and then you flip the result. And if they're not ambidextrous, you then give them a -20 penalty. And then depending on what that is, if it succeeds, then it's if it was a melee weapon, it would be you could oppose it, but it's a ranged weapon because he's hitting you with his crossbow pistol, which is in his offhand.
Out of curiosity, is there negatives to shooting a crossbow, like a ranged weapon in combat?
There would be if it didn't have the pistol quality.
Ah, okay, that's what that does.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
cool.
that's why
How-
Steph can
how-
shoot her pistols in combat, and it's not a problem.
and it- yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So what
That is
damage
8
and what
damage.
location?
8 damage, and that will be in the... What's it, 23? That'll still be in the left arm, I think.
Still left arm?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 8 damage.
Okay, take 1.
Cool. It won't gain any advantage, though, because it failed to hit you with both attacks. It has to hit you with both attacks to...
I will still lose sort of damage.
Yeah,
correct?
to gain advantage from that. The other 2 Dark Elves are going to make their attacks as well. First one is going to attack. That's going to be against Antigone. Where is your character sheet? I have so many character sheets open. She's going to parry this fucking casual. She does. And then a 65 will... He's going to try and do an offhand, but the 65 won't be enough. That'll be a fail. So she doesn't have to make an opposed roll for that one. So Antigone will gain 1 advantage, and then the final one will attack just a regular guy. Actually, he's going to shoot him with his crossbow. Maybe, if it ever decides it wants to roll it. Come on, roll 20. You got this.
It's getting there.
Doesn't want to play ball
It's just
tonight.
having a good-
I've tried
just having a
rolling
good
this crossbow attack 3 times now, and it's not done anything.
Yeah.
Come on. There we go. He will shoot at another crew member who will take another... this is a different crew member this time. We'll take a shot in the arm. And will be spun away from whatever line he was holding. Alright. That is Antigone's go. She will make a leadership test to rally her crew. Oh, not a problem. Not a problem.
She fucking gets it.
She's a former naval officer. She knows what she's about. She's gonna give herself a bonus to her bloody attack here, I reckon. With stuff like that. Yeah, I reckon that's what she'll do there. So she will do the following. She will attack this guy, give herself a bonus there. That's good. Still not good enough, unfortunately. These Dark Elves are just like skipping, apparently. And that will do there. Ulrich, you're up.
I'll give you one guess for what I'm about to do.
What are you about to do?
I'm about to smash that Dark Elf in the head with my axe.
What Dark Elf?
It's Dark Elf. Oh no, he's on the other goddamn ship. I keep forgetting he's on the other ship.
Yep.
Ah,
There are no more Dark Elves aboard your vessel that are alive.
yes. I can see that Dark Elf on the Lustria, right?
Yeah, you can see the dark... Oh, How far away are you? 5... No, sorry, we're talking about 10, 20,
Yeah, like 20 feet.
30, 40... No, remember this is... Each square is yards in this instance because we're at sea.
Mm.
So no, you cannot. You can hear the sounds of fighting, but you cannot see the Dark Elves from this distance.
I will hold my axe cautiously, but that will be all I do, I think.
Cool.
And just sort of like have a look around and see if anyone's like needing assistance. But that's kind of it.
Okay, alright. Captain Philippe will sort of do the same. There's not a great deal that he can do at this point in time. But I guess he'll do a leadership test. And he will get the crew to make a maneuver, I think, is what he might do. Let me just find the maneuvers for ships. Boat handling test. Yeah, okay. I think he's going to call to the helm to make a boat handling test. Yeah, alright. Helmsman will make a roll with a bonus, I think, thanks to that. Your helm, correct? Yep. Oh, come on now. That's no good. Alright. Well, it's not a crit fail, even though it looks like a crit fail. No,
This is very quickly becoming a tragedy of errors.
no cheeky, hard hairpin turns here. I guess what we'll do is we'll continue to make this angle that it has been making, and it will go to about there. Gehenna, you're up.
Alright, so... Is there anyone in melee range?
Nope, there are no Dark Elves left alive on your ship.
Oh, good. Well, I'll go over and... does everyone seem to have their jobs under control?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, I guess you can always do an assist in sort of helping to patch up any of the wounded, or like start changing out sails that may have been damaged, or bringing up wood panels to replace damaged boards and whatnot.
Yeah, I'll do an assist.
Cool. Make for me a sail test. We'll call it average.
That I can do.
Nick, you said you were doing an assist as well before, right?
Yep.
You can
I'm
also
just
make one.
looking
Sorry.
at- Okay. Oh my god, my mind literally. Did you say a sail check?
Mm-hmm.
Sail Carabelle. Okay.
Target number is 69. Nice.
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 Ugh.
I'm going to say that you're still caught up in the heat of battle, Nick, and Ulrich is just sort of frothing a bit and is not being any help to anyone. He keeps sort of like getting in the way of crew as they're sort of running around, pulling out spare sails and bringing out pitch to mend small holes in the hull and whatnot. So you're of no use to anyone. Johanna, however, just pitches in and starts bringing down sails and running up spare sails and all that sort of stuff. And I can almost imagine Johanna sits down on deck and starts pulls out a needle and thread and starts sewing holes in the sails that have been damaged.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. All right, Wolfgang, you're up.
Cool. I will do my best to help the crew.
Great.
Like, I'll use my action to assist in any way I can.
In that case, you can
I'll
also make
pull a rope, I'll do a thing, or whatever.
you can also make an average sail test.
I don't have sail.
You don't have sail?
I don't believe so, no. I have row. But I haven't been helping sail. I've been talking to people.
That's true. You have
And
not been helping sail. Okay.
I've been fellowshipping and trying to study law, so I haven't had any advances. I had a little bit in something, I think, but yeah.
All right. One sec. Make for me, please. Let's have a look at you. All right. Make for me an average agility test. Cool. I'll say that you do your best to help out, but seeing as you spent most of your time befriending the crew rather than learning the ropes, so to speak, you're not necessarily hindering, but you're not helping either. The crew, they're pretty, like, with a marginal failure, I'll say they're like, oh, it's alright, Master Priest, I got this, rather than sort of, like, actively bemoaning your blundering hands.
Right.
Alright. The crew of the Myrmidius Fury go about their business trying to get the ship under control. The Magister is going to... What did you get before when he rolled his channel before? Let's see. He failed last time. Okay, cool. That's fine.
It's automating it, something like the thing you've actually.
He's going to try another channel again. I think actually. What's this do? He's going to first do an intuition test to see if he can sense that other spellcaster. I think. That is a fail. Cool. Alright, that's fine. He will then attempt to channel. Oh! You love to see it.
Oh.
Leon, you're up.
Hopefully I can hit this bloke.
Yep.
Did anyone come to assist me, or is it still a duel?
Yeah, no, Antigone came to join you. So there's two onto one now. Nice.
Body again.
He will attempt to parry that. He does vaguely succeed. So that is 11 points of damage.
And another pip of armor on his chest.
Cool.
He's,
So actually, that means
well.
he's 5. And then that is that for. Alright, so the remaining Dark Elves, there's only the 3 on board the vessel that Leon is on, so this guy is going to strike you back. He's going to first attack you with his sword. Pretty terrible. Nice, you succeed there. He will then he will dual wield and he will shoot you with his crossbow pistol. It's an 18 to hit. Which is definitely a hit.
Jesus Christ.
He has a weapon, a ballistic skill of 50, so that is 3 success levels. So that's 10 damage. To 18 should be the right arm, I think. Right leg.
Right leg or right arm?
Right leg.
Take
He doesn't gain any advantage because he has to wound you with both. One of the Dark Elves is going to...
Shield will work against shots. Does it do anything?
Sorry?
Does the shield do anything against shots? Or no?
Only if it's of a certain size, I believe. I can't remember what size
I'm
that
not
is.
using the shield
I think it has to be a
anyway,
large
so-
shield.
Yeah. No, I'm using my halberd, so I don't have a shield anyway.
Ah, okay, yeah. Yeah, I think shields larger than medium you can use to deflect against ranged weapons. But I think, because you only got like a buckler or something, don't you?
I have a normal shield, like a shield 2.
Right. I have to double check.
But,
I think...
yeah, I'm not using it anyway, so
Yeah.
it doesn't matter for now.
Okay, these Dark Elves are just failing miserably now. So that is going to be... Let's say it's one of these guys. They also attempt to dodge. Cool. And then the second one will... 68 will also fail, so he's not going to bother. And then the second guy is going to also try and attack someone. It's not looking promising. And then his secondary attack would also fail. He's going to try and attack Antigone and peel her off of you. She will attempt to dodge. Cool. Alright. Going well. It is Antigone's go. She's going to do a leadership test. To rally the crew around her once again. She succeeds. She's going to attack the Dark Elf that just attacked her. Yeah, she will do. She'll attack that one first. With her sword. No, she won't. She will... Oh no, she has to reload her pistol. Never mind. She will attack it with the sword. Very nice. Dark Elf will attempt to parry that. Excellent. That is fucking 7 plus 8, 15 damage. She cuts this guy down quite comfortably. There are only now 2 Dark Elves left on board your ship. And then it will be Ulrich's go.
Hello. There's not a huge amount I can do.
You'll love to see it.
So I will. I'm just gonna wait. That'll be
Cool.
mentioned.
Yeah, seeing as we're basically, unless you guys want to try and commandeer the vessel to get closer to the other ship so you can jump across and help fend off these last couple of Dark Elves, it's probably not a great deal that you can do.
Is there any way I can try and see where the other ship's gone?
Do you have either... You have Sixth Sense, yes?
I do, yes.
Make for me a difficult perception test.
Cool. Just making sure. I'm just having a look at my talents are listed, but I have. Yeah, I definitely have Sixth Sense. Yeah. Difficult perception.
Difficult perception test.
Cool.
Oh. Okay. You're not sure where it's gone, but you suspect that magic was involved.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On a marginal success, you suspect
No,
that.
no, yeah, yeah, that's all good. Yeah, cool. Okay. That's fine. Well,
I'm going to say that I'm not going to roll for these guys. They're just going to continue making.
I mean, I'm gonna try and like fellowship the team because I've learned one of the songs, so I'm gonna join in with that.
It's technically it is Johanna's, go, so to speak.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's fine.
But
Yeah.
yeah, when we come to you, by all means, you're more than welcome to
Okay.
do a fellowship and get everyone roused. So Steph, what is Johanna doing?
I'm gonna continue helping out on the ship.
Cool. Yep. Make for me
Sail.
another average sail test. Nice.
Sailing so well.
You continue to help patch up the ship, not a problem. All right. So Wolfgang, you wanted to do a entertain test.
Yeah.
Yep. Do an entertain. You've got entertain singing.
I have got speeches and storytelling.
Fantastic. Do a storytelling, I think.
Cool. Average to challenging. Sorry.
Let's go average.
Or nice average. There we go.
Excellent. Yeah, you retell one of the you're not able to necessarily carry a tune like a chantyman can, but you know the words as they were explained to you. So, which of these would you like to do? You can have. We're all in this together, so heave ho, heave ho. That gives a +10 modifier to individual crew tests for any crew member involved in a crew test.
Yeah, let's do that one.
Do that one?
Yep.
Fantastic.
Just help them sail.
Help them sail better. Well, it is the crew's go next, so that means that they'll get a +10 to all of their tests, which is good.
Perfect.
First mate will go. That actually applies to him as well, which is nice. So he's going to make a leadership test. So he gets a +10 bonus to that. Incredible. And he will actually command the ship to sort of come up alongside to sort of here-ish. So if you wanted to, people could, in their next turns, leap across to assist. The crew on the ship continue to fix up the ship as best they can, and then the Magister, what did he roll before? He rolled a... Sorry, one sec. Gotta try and find this guy's his channeling roll now, in amongst all of the rolls we've done. He's got a +6. Okay. He's going
Wait.
to... Magister. Give me a spell. What do you do? No. It has to be done before they finish casting their spell, and she's done it already. What do you do? I think he's just going to... Yeah, sure, why not? He's going to very heroically swing across onto the La Sorella.
Awesome.
And it's quite impressive for a man in flowing purple robes to pull this off, but he does it with style. So he's going to just overcast this beautifully. Really? Really?
Incredible.
I don't know how that's possible.
Got any rerolls?
I don't know how that's possible. He will just re-roll that. He's going to fortune that, because that's just insane. Let's try that again, shall we? There we go. That's better. Right. So he will target... He'll come up behind the champion that you guys are fighting, and he will cast this upon... he won't be able to, will he? 'Cause he only got +3 success levels. Well, that's a shame. Alright, well... I guess what
Make
he'll...
his weapon turn to dust.
Yeah, I guess he'll just destroy his weapon then. He'll destroy his sword.
Like that crossbow to fuck off.
I'll tell you what, I'll roll a d2. On a 1, it's the sword. On a 2, it's the crossbow pistol. It's a crossbow pistol.
Huzzah!
The wood rots and the crossbow pistol just like withers away and sort of sloughs off his hand, basically.
Nice.
Not quite how I wanted it to go. I kind of wanted him to sort of Raiders of the Lost Ark have this guy sort of age in front of the other one, Last Crusade, the guy that sort of ages dramatically.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he's a dark elf, but still. Leon, you're up.
That makes it all the more terrifying. Surely.
I shall swingeth my blade.
This wizard is also now within striking range, so you now outnumber him 3 to 1.
Huzzah.
Incredible.
I'm just cutting this guy down in the body like a tree. I'm just like hacking into his side, slowly carving a wedge into him.
Nice.
Alright, that is 7 plus 3 is 10. He only had 1 armor left on his torso, thanks to all of the stuff that you've been doing to him.
Nice.
So that means he can only soak. Yeah, that's enough. That kills him. Just enough.
Standing.
So there is...
like my blade embeds in his side, and I just like lift his body up and kick it off over the edge of the.
Glorious. You love to see it. The last Dark Elf seeing all his captain slain in front of him. Well, the captain of the ship has been slain. The ship has left them behind, and he's just seen his commander, his squad commander, just be killed and kicked off the side of the ship. Decides that he's going to take the easy route out and is just going to dive into the water and escape. And with that, we shall exit out of combat.
My word.
Another
Excellent.
victory.
Another swift victory. Swift might not be the right word.
Relatively quick.
Relatively swift.
Yeah.
Alright. Well done. You managed to fend off the Dark Elf raiders.
Excellent.
My fault. There it is.
Nice.
I'm gonna start pulling the bolts out of me.
Incredible, flawless.
Alright. So, Johanna, you rush over to the captain of the Myrmidia's Fury, who has been taken back to his quarters. The doctor is looking in on him, and he looks up at you and he says, "This is a grievous wound, but he will live with bed rest."
Oh, good.
And
Glad to see that he's okay.
the captain looks over at you and opens an eye. He's awake but kind of in and out, kind of groggy.
Yeah, he's had a not great
He's
day.
had a moment, and he asks, do we still hold the ship?"
We do.
Very good. Very good. You have done well. I'm fortunate to have such a able-bodied and skilled sailor traveling with us.
Oh, blush a little bit.
And he
I will also kind of look around for my coat.
your coat is folded neatly on his sort of like
Oh.
foot locker at the foot of his bed.
Oh, that's nice. I'll politely collect it.
And he sort of closes his eyes again and starts to drift off, and the doctor says, "He needs to rest now, please."
I'll nod and quietly leave the room.
Alright. And with that, I'll get you guys to, over the next sort of couple of weeks, well, you've got another 4 weeks of travel before you reach Lustria. So, what do you think you guys will have done in those 4 weeks? More of the same?
I reckon I'd be asking about some of the stuff that our priest has learned about what we're going to be facing coming up.
Yep.
I'd be putting more time into that, basically.
Yep.
I think I'm doing much of the same and just trying to, like, you know, stick with the rapport of the working man on this ship.
Yep.
I think I'll probably, after healing, probably doing some combat training, preparing for landfall.
Cool.
Getting used to like swinging my weapon around and stuff like that.
Alright. So, considering all of the stuff that you already know, Alex, I will say that you can add the law skill, Law Lustria,
Cool.
and you can put, let's say 5 advances into that.
Okay. Sweet.
Steph, if you have spent the time studying with Wolfgang, you can also gain the Law Lustria skill, and you can put 3 advances into that.
Awesome.
Nick, if you're spending the time helping out on the ships, you may gain another 4 advances in sail.
Hell yeah.
And Steve, I'll get you to do a combat training endeavor for me. So roll an average melee polearm test. You succeed. Just. You can reverse a roll if it means it will succeed in the next combat scenario.
So I think I had that actually. Now that I think about it,
Oh, well,
already.
if you did, then obviously we've had another combat scenario, so this just refreshes it basically.
I wish I had
Do you know how I would actually set it up, Ben? How do I add the advances in?
Yes. Hang on. Let me just get.
I went into the advances section and I literally just wrote the skill into one of the levels.
Yeah, one of the things there. Yeah, okay.
And then just put the advances in, and it worked. I just had to put in the XP as a award to offset whatever I put in.
Yeah. I'm on negative 20 XP for some reason.
It will cost the XP.
I know that. Yeah, before I did that, I was on negative 20 for some
Ah.
reason, which doesn't make a lot of sense.
You should be able to just do this, I think. Oh, you've got it there already. Rather than actually putting advances in, you should be able just to do this, I think. There we go.
How'd you do it?
So once you added the law in, I've just
Yeah.
I've just put a modifier of +5.
Oh, cool. Okay, yeah.
Oh,
So that way
right,
it's not actually spending any experience.
3 to use F5 for me, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
Um, So that it's like increases the base value that it rolls out without actually costing you any experience, because I'm not getting you to like
genius.
spend experience on this. This is just stuff that you learn during your voyage. Cool. I'll make one final roll for Mamidia. See how Manan. See how happy he's feeling after all of that nonsense. Let's have a quick look. See.
Displeased, perhaps.
Let's just do that. 7 plus 15, 22. I'll have at least one man's lead at that point. Another 9, that's 31. 35. 45. Cool. Nice.
That's a fucking roll.
Plain sailing.
Good.
Cool.
I want
You love to see it.
You absolutely do love to see it.
Alright, and with that, guys, you make your way and arrive safely within the remaining 4 weeks. On the last couple of days, one of the lookouts calls out, "Land ho!" And you can see the coastline of the New World.
God, it's very exciting.
And we'll leave it there, I think, for tonight.
Indeed.
Mysterious.
Long time.
Alright.
Cool. Well, that was fun. What I'll do, before I forget about it, because I undoubtedly will forget. let's do experience for your sort of voyage across the ocean.
Cool.
So I'm going to say... each of you gets 300 experience.
Cool.
I don't think I completed anyone's short or long-term goals. I was desperately trying to get Steph to take command of the ship there, but it just didn't happen.
No, the first mate had it.
I might.
And
have
I
to
also
change.
rolled really low on my leadership, which was disheartening.
What were you saying,
Oh,
Steve?
well.
Sorry?
I might have to change mine because there's no way I'm earning any money.
Not necessarily. You're going to Lustria to get... you'll get, was it 5% of all of the wealth? Plus 150 gold worth of danger pay? If you come back alive? I reckon you manage it. It's not impossible.
I'm just thinking, is that short term?
Isn't that your long-term goal, sorry?
No, my short term is to pay back Wolfgang 12 silver and Gehenna 5 silver.
I mean, I guess by the same token,
Yeah, I can do that as well.
you'll be able to do that with the significant amount of money you should theoretically get if you complete the quest.
Yeah.
I haven't come up with a short-term goal yet.
I think my short-term goal... Well, I mean, I could get a tattoo, but I don't think it's going to happen in this time.
Probably unlikely. And do you guys have a long-term party goal? I can't remember.
I've got written down, get the witch hunter off our back.
Yeah, same.
Now, I'm thinking by travelling across the ocean.
Tell you what, I agree. By traveling across the ocean, it's taken you 3 months to get across the ocean. I think that you have successfully managed to shake this witch hunter. So, you can all then complete your long-term party goal. So that is an additional 500 experience.
Whoa. Cool. All right.
And then, should we set that returning home with our loot?
Yes, that
Yes.
actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Return home from the new world. Alive. Maybe.
Yeah.
Alive? Question mark?
Yeah.
Alive?
Times
Hopefully.
alive?
Alive. Yes.
Cool. Alright, well, that was fun.
Thank you, that was good fun.
Yeah.
We could set our short term at like, because we're going to a like dungeon, aren't we?
Yeah, you're
Kind
trying
of
to find a temple.
We could set the short term at locate or like arrive at the temple.
Yeah. Find a temple.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Oh, that's a good idea. Because it's not going to be easy.
Yeah, and Wolfgang would know with all of the research that he's been doing that, yeah, you're going to have to try and find a guide, which, depending on where
Well,
you...
I was going to set that as my own short-term goal, and my personal long-term ambition is to find the sphere.
Yes. Yeah, so, as I said, Wolfgang would know that you'd need to find a guide to get you through the jungles to find this this temple, and with everything that's happened, you don't know necessarily where on the continent of Lustria you have landed, essentially. You know, you could be right in the heart of the sort of Norscan colonies, or you could be right in the middle of the Vampire Coast. You're honestly not sure. At this point in time, you've only just got here, so... But that's a problem for
That's very true.
next time, I think.
Indeed it is.
Awesome. Alright.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, great.
that was good fun.